everybody, we're back. My next guest tonight was the Riddler on the original Batman TV series. More recently, he appeared in the film 12 Monkeys. Please welcome my boyhood idol, Frank Gorshin.
Listen, Conan, I love being on your show, but you didn't have to make me dress up like an ostrich and come out here and lay that egg before.
It was very good of you to do it, though, Mr. Gorshin. We appreciate it. We didn't think you would.
That's the kind of guy I am.
Yeah.
You're one of the few guests who can come up with an egg on demand.
Just like
Very few can do that. I want to say, I've said it before, but I used to love the Batman TV series, and I thought the best villain of all the villains, of course, was the Riddler. And, I thought you were great. I just thought you were terrific. Just a genius.
Listen, I love it, too. I love the recognition I get from that. You know, it's been 30 years, you know, but I love it. I mean, I don't care where I go. Somebody will always spot me and yell out, "Hey, it's the Joker." They always say Joker, you know, but it was. Yeah.
They would do, do you ever do the trademark laugh for people?
No, I don't do that anymore. I can't, in fact, I used to open up my show with that. That's right. At the height of its success, you know, that first year, 1966. Yeah, right. Nice. And I used to open my show. There would be an offstage mic open, and you would hear me go, "Riddle me this. What's the similarity between a trip to the bathroom and a trip to the cemetery?"
I don't know.
You don't know. Answer. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Hey, listen, that'll always be an important part of me, my life and everything. I mean, a lot of terrific things started to happen to me at that time. You know, people started asking me if I ever studied ballet or dancing.
Really?
Because it made the Riddler move like a dance. You know,
well, you'd wear the green tights.
Yeah,
and
but what happened was when I put on the green underwear, and took a look in the mirror, I figured I better keep moving. I don't want to give anybody a good look, you know. You gotta.
I would do that too. Yes, I'm sympathetic. You used to. My favorite thing, just personally, is you would laugh like the Riddler, and then you would suddenly stop and you would touch your temple like you were having some kind of brain cramp, and it was the thickest. He used to do that, and that was.
I can't do that
That
anymore.
was the thickest thing I had seen on television at the time. Now, we've had Burt Ward, who, of course, played Robin on the show.
Yeah,
we've had him on the program, and he wrote this tell-all book that talked about, he was exposing all this sexual debauchery on the set, mostly involving himself and Batman.
Yeah, right.
Why, I call him Batman. I didn't know it was an actor. And
he's terrific, too, Adam West.
Adam West. But he would talk about the sexual debauchery on the set, and I was curious if that carried over to you at all. Were you fooling around at all?
What's debauchery mean?
Fooling around. Was there a lot of fooling around?
You know, the consistent thing is a lot of guys seem to want to know. No matter where I go, guys will say, "Hey, listen, did you and, you know, Catwoman, you ever get together? You ever,
And? No. I want to know. I mean, that's my job to find out.
It was tough enough getting into my own tights. Hey, listen. Hey, listen,
You're a very sick man.
The tights...
It wasn't acting at all now, I realize. Someone just saw you in a parking lot going... and they said, "Hey, let's put green tights on that guy." You weren't acting at all.
Yeah, and I still wear the green tights, too, you know. Hey, listen, Marv Albert, he's not the only one that's a little bit strange now.
It's way ahead of the curve on that one. Of course, I used to watch the show The Copycats. You were a great impressionist, one of the great impressionists of all time.
Thank you.
Famous for your Kirk Douglas. Can we have a little Kirk Douglas?
No. I don't know.
All right, then.
I want to be number one. I want to be on top. I want to be champion. I want to get my teeth fixed. You didn't see that, huh?
That was very kind of you. I didn't think Andy got the full force of it. Burt Lancaster used to do Burt Lancaster.
You know, I got to tell you, the first time I met Burt Lancaster, it's got to be like 45 years ago, something like that, and I loved him. You know, I saw every one of his pictures, and I had been doing the impression of him. I was appearing at the Fairmont Hotel in San Francisco, but it's the afternoon, you know, and I'm sitting in the cocktail lounge. I looked up, and there's Burt Lancaster coming through the front door. He comes over to me, and he says, "Hi, I'm Burt Lancaster." I want to tell you my family was in to see your show last night. They thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to try to make it tonight. I don't know if I can. I'm here in business. But there's more. But I always enjoy it every time I see you. I looked at him and said, "What are you doing, making fun of me?"
And then he hit you.
45 years ago. That's an amazing time. It really just zips by. There are 3 stages in a man's life, you know, youth, middle-aged, and you look good. That's where I am. That's where I am right now. I keep hearing, "You look good. You look good." It's like they think you don't believe them. They believe it. Right. They start laying on it. "You really look good. You really, how old are you? You really look good. You really, really, really." They start doing Ed Sullivan. You know, "You really, 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 oh, you really, 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 oh."
You're having a spasm of some kind here for him. You know, bringing up Ed Sullivan. This is fascinating. I did not know this, and I start researching your appearance. Thrilled that you're coming on the show, and I find out that you were on the Ed Sullivan Show.
The very first show.
The night the Beatles appeared on Sullivan for the first time, and you had to go on afterwards.
Yeah, I followed them. Yeah, I followed
screaming
the
kids and
the weird thing was, I had just come back from Australia, and I went right to the Sullivan Show, and I didn't know who was going to be on the show. I looked out the window, and there were thousands of kids, teenagers out there. I'm thinking, how'd they know I was going to be on the show? And subsequently found out that the Beatles are on the show. You know what a big hit they were, and so it's
what was it like, though? You go on after the Beatles have just played, and it's the biggest thing that's probably ever happened on television.
I was worried about that. I really thought, I can't follow the Beatles, you know, just like I thought I couldn't follow a storch. Or an ostrich. An ostrich, yeah, that's... My bird, lost my bird.
I thought you meant Larry Storch. I was like... How did Larry Storch get into this story? Yes, you maybe have one show. We got to mention this. You are now a representative.
Let me do that Sullivan again for you, okay? That
no! Stop him, someone. You are now the representative for the Dixie Riddle Cups.
Dixie Riddle Cups, yeah. It's nice. I've had an association with them for about a year now, and that's the Dixie Cup Company.
Sure.
A few years ago, they came up with this idea of having riddles on the cups. I still can't figure out how you can drink out of a cup and read the riddle at the same time. You know, But anyway, they put the riddles on the cups to appease. You didn't see that, did you?
He was okay on that one, yeah.
They came up with this idea of having the riddles on the cups to appease kids. You know, teach kids good habits, like drinking out of a fresh cup every time you take a drink. You know? So the riddles got tired, and then last year, somebody from the company had this idea of creating new riddles, so they sponsored this contest, whereby a lot of kids, 12 years, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Well, you didn't enter the contest then, huh?
Sadly, I did, yeah.
But kids 12 years and under were able to enter it with an original riddle, you know, and hopefully then win. 4,000 of them, and I got a lot of material that way. You know, I looked through all of them, and I finally narrowed it down to 16.
You were stealing from kids?
Winner.
That's the lowest thing I've ever heard of.
Oh, that's all.
Riddler, you must be stopped.
But then I picked the winner finally, and they had asked me to be the judge of the riddle contest, naturally because I played the psychiatrist in 12 Monkeys.
That's the reason they,
A little logic there.
Did Andy get the full brunt of that one? Good, I think so. I got to mention this, too. You're in Reno at the El Dorado, December 12th through the 14th. Mr. Gorshin, a real pleasure to meet you.
Hey, my pleasure.
One of the funniest guys from my youth. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Gorshin, everybody. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Hey, thanks a lot. I want to thank all my guest, Frank Gorshin. Thank you very much for being with us.
Murder Clapper.
No. I also want to thank Sigourney Weaver for being on the show tonight. Very cool having her on. All right, thanks to Mr. Garth Brooks for being on the show. You got your Andy Richter right there. You got your Max Weinberg and Max Weinberg 7. Stay tuned for later. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.